of a mouth to feed. Leave it with the babysitter, mama call the grave digger.
Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. You're listening to us in Condo's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Sister station!
That's right.
Is correct.
We're in the middle of the weekly top 3 here with Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
Nico DLG.
We're getting into our favorite nerds throughout the history of pop culture. So far, we've had some really good entries. I've been really, except for Nico's, but we've had some really good entries.
Roasting. Hey, I'm at least I'm 50% on this one.
That's true, and his third was so good, I'm going to give him a pass on the second, even though I could have told you what his 2 and 1 would have been.
Right. So,
But he only knows like 5 shows.
That's true. But it has shows. It can be movies. He
But he doesn't watch movies.
He could have brought out some anime nerds.
He knew better than that.
Yeah, he did.
You would never know.
Well, any chance there's a top 3 where Nico can get Rick and Morty in, it's going to happen.
Exactly.
Professor Atatutaki from the show Hintadudati.
Oh, you're racist.
That's one of my favorite animes, you jerks.
So my number 2 is a young man by the name of Dwight Schrute.
Okay, all right.
That guy cracks me up, man.
He's a beet farmer, I believe.
He's a beet farmer.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica, beets and bears. He's just nerdy. Like when he comes in, he's got the same like mustard yellow shirt, short sleeve with the tie, and the glasses. And he starts playing that like One Life thing on the computer. Man, that guy cracks me up. Man.
Still one of my favorite episodes of The Office, and I'm not a big Office fan.
I love The Office.
Is when they pull the prank and they have the Asian guy come in and beat Jim.
Yeah.
And so like the whole time, like Pam's even playing along, like she leans over and gives him a kiss, and they're making their plans for later. And the whole time Dwight's like, you're not Jim. And like he grabs like the photo and he's like, oh my gosh, yeah. Anyway.
I get it. It's great stuff.
It's a terrible story. They're just like picking on Dwight because of just how much of a nerd he was.
Right, and how serious he take things.
Did you see the one where he started a fire in the office and then broke the handles so they were trapped?
Yeah, so in that episode, that season, he buys the office building. So he owns the office building that now Dunder Mifflin rents out of. And so one of the things he wants to do is to teach fire safety. Is he starts the fire, pulls the fire alarm, and then locks all the doors. So they have to figure out how to use like fire escapes.
And he blowtorched the handles, and then he was telling them, touch the handles, see if they're hot. Yeah. And they're like, this one's hot, this one's hot. And he's like, that means there's fire on the other side.
Right. He's so good. Like
that's genius.
He's like the safety administrator, and then he's like the assistant to the assistant manager. Everything he does is hilarious.
I didn't know he had bought the building. That's a funny bit.
He was the owner of the building at that time.
That's a funny bit.
So they're all paying him rent, but he still works there.
That's so smart, though.
But he takes everything so serious. Like when he wants to get the job of regional manager, like, why don't you just drive down there and talk to him? And to Robert California, who's played by James Spader at the time. So like they're in, where they're at,
right?
And he drives all the way to Florida. Just gets in his car and goes all the way to Florida to talk to this guy, and then gets blown off. Oh, it's so great.
Oh, that would kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, that would kill me.
It was hilarious.
Crushed.
It was hilarious.
Well, no. First of all, he wouldn't have blown me off. Like as he's walking away, I'd have been like, "Do you know who I am?"
Well, he doesn't get blown off. He's like, I got a meeting. I'll be right back. And then he calls his assistant, and he's like, just go through the meeting with him, like whatever. And so then Dwight ends up showing up at his house. Like, that's how he's, like, matching. What is the job? Oh, Dwight Schrute. You ever have a soft...
Did he get the job?
No.
Oh.
You'll ever have a soft spot in my heart.
Your heart of hearts?
Yeah.
I think his brother's the weird, creepy Amish guy. God, that is...
And the guy who plays his brother is one of the guys who writes and directs the show.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Great stuff.
That's good stuff.
All right, Nico.
Everyone's favorite.
I know what your number 1 is, so go for it.
Blow me away here.
All right, here we go. Rick Sanchez. All right, there you go. Rick Sanchez.
What show is he from?
The Rick and Morty.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, the one that's getting to season 3. Everyone kind of liked it.
Never heard of that show.
Wow, that's wild.
Tell me about it.
It's a sci-fi show where a grandfather.
Live action or cartoon?
It's a cartoon.
Okay.
An animated
Wait.
series.
So it's a science fiction cartoon.
Exactly.
So that it's just like Star Wars.
Right. Star Wars.
It's
like Rebels.
Star Wars, yeah.
Or Clone
Why did you guys?
Wars?
Have you never heard of Star Wars before?
No, it's like Clone Wars.
It's 2-dimensional. Well, it's like the first Clone Wars.
Right.
Okay.
The animated Clone Wars series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a miniseries, but all right.
So
it was like 5 seasons.
Like X-Men 93?
Yeah, just about.
Okay.
That's about the same premise.
So Magneto then?
Yeah, definitely. He's in the show.
So Magneto is your favorite nerd?
Yeah, definitely.
Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Wubba lubba dub dub. I didn't know that was coming.
wonderful.
Wait, so you've seen it?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's weird. You have it written down.
Steven Universe?
Steven Universe? I try to get into Steven Universe.
It's so good.
Just couldn't do it.
really good.
It's worthwhile.
I don't like to agree with him on cartoons
Yeah.
because his tastes are so terrible, but Steven Universe is so good.
I try. Me and Willie Savage got through 2 episodes. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling it." I was like, "Yeah, me either."
It gets it,
Yeah,
it
but you guys had on
progressively
that
gets
dumb
better.
troll cartoon at my house on. That was pretty rough.
Troll Hunters?
Yeah, that was bad.
That wasn't bad. Granted, we didn't get past episode 2 of that either.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
rough.
we're done with this as well.
In my head, I was like, thank God, get out of the house.
Steven Universe gets progressively better, though. I think that's
Aggressively
one.
better. That's what I've heard.
I think that's a fault though, because you should make really strong first impressions.
Well, but the one thing I do like about we're just going to do this because yours was so terrible. Steven Universe, it's a very progressive cartoon, and that it just makes a lot of assumptions and casual things about life, like he's being raised by a single father, and so they don't ever really talk about it. Like it's kind of explained that his mother was a gym, and that's where the origin comes from. But they're never like it's never weird that he's a single father, and then. It's just a lot of the things are just kind of these comfortable progressive assumptions about life. Like they don't make anything weird. They don't ever call the weird stuff into question. And so I like that a lot. I think it's a very comfortable show.
Okay.
My number 1?
Yeah, go for it.
The most important nerd scientist person in all of pop culture.
Yeah.
All of it.
Okay.
Doc Brown.
Doc Brown. What show is he from? Just kidding.
Back to
Just
the
kidding.
Future.
I know.
He made a freight train go forward in time.
That's crazy, right?
Right. He made a freight train go forward in time.
Doc Brown from Back to the Future 1, 2, or 3?
I'm gonna go with all of them and just
Which one of
assume
those is your favorite movie?
7.
2 because it
I like 3 the best.
2 fits both of them, right? Because if you think about it, 2 you get to go back and see other things that happened in the first one that you didn't know happened. Also, you see alternate timelines. Mm-hmm. Also, you find out you're going to the Old West.
Well, to me, like, just stuff in the Old West period is awesome, so
right,
part 3 is my favorite.
well, like he has the giant ice machine.
Have you seen Glow yet?
No,
Okay,
no.
I can't. There's a Back to the Future reference in Glow. I won't.
Is there? Okay. There's also they did a bit where
Spoiler
Doc
reference.
Brown shows up in the background. Oh, A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that
Oh,
one
that's
yet.
funny.
Yeah,
That's really clever.
Seth MacFarlane opens a door to a barn and it's Doc Brown covering the
DeLorean?
the DeLorean.
That's,
What are you doing? And he's like, nothing.
Well, the DeLorean itself is probably one of the most iconic
Right.
pop culture vehicles
Did you
Because of
know?
that.
created by Doc Brown.
Did you know Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures were originally going to happen in a time-traveling van?
Oh, really?
And when Back to the Future came out in a DeLorean, the producers that were making Bill and Ted said, "Whoa, can't have another time-traveling car,
Can't have another
guys."
time traveling. But you know what? There's that Doctor Who
Cancel that
show
order.
that uses a phone booth. Let's use that in Bill and Ted.
Yeah, I don't know where they got the idea for the phone booth. It does
It's gotta
kind of
be
feel like
Doctor
they might have stolen it at that point. But originally, it was going to be like a
van?
like an '80s
Which
stoner van.
would have made more sense.
Yeah, it would have made as much sense, definitely.
My number 1 is from one of my favorite TV shows growing up,
Nice.
and the actor's name is Dustin Diamond, and the character he plays is Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Screech.
Man, I love me Saved by the Bell,
I loved Saved by the Bell. I did.
and just Screech himself. I mean, it's a great, not a great concept, but it happens all the time. But you got Zach, who's the most popular guy in school.
Zach Morris
Zach Morris, and
had
then,
a cell phone in school.
right, and then his best
Whoa.
friend is the super nerdy Screech, who is constantly chasing the super hot Lisa Turtle.
Lisa Turtle.
That's a great.
And
He's always
then-
having to help Zach with the schoolwork or does the schoolwork
Right,
for
and
him.
then AC Slater was like the fun rival
Right.
friend, and then the girls were all gorgeous, and they all
All of
like
them.
all of them have gone on to other stuff.
It's not really.
Yeah, all of them except Lisa.
Elizabeth Berkley didn't do much after that. She did Showgirls.
She did a couple movies before Showgirls, and then
and then
Showgirls,
Dunzo.
and then Showgirl basically ended it. But
Tori Spelling was in that show for a minute. She played the nerdy girlfriend of Screech.
also, the girl who now she's kicked out of Scientology and everyone hates her.
Oh, yeah, Leah Remini.
Yeah,
She was in
in a couple
the
seasons.
summer.
The summer.
Well, she was in the
seasons.
summer one.
Yeah,
So there was a summer episode or summer season where they went and worked at this like resort.
like Jersey Shore thing.
Yeah, and she was like the.
She was the daughter of the owner, and Zach and her.
Zach got every single girl on that show.
Zach Morris.
Everyone.
was the man.
Then they all went to college together.
Right,
Not all of
and
them, but it was most
and
of them.
Mike and Mike, Mike Gullick's big brother was the RA.
Yeah, it's so good.
I mean,
Have you seen that meme of Screech and LeVar Ball, not LeVar Ball, LaMelo. Which one's the one that got drafted by the Lakers?
Oh, LeVar Ball's son. Yeah.
Yeah, Melo Ball. I don't know. But it's like
don't know.
it's like
Other ball.
Lisa Turtle's like sitting there, and Screech is behind her, and is like, "Are you gonna keep the baby?" And then it's like the ball kid.
That's so good.
Right? It's so hilarious.
It's so good.
Oh man. But yeah, man, Saved by the Bell. I remember like very distinctively having some like big plans one Sunday, and they were showing the wedding episode.
Who got married?
Kelly and Zach.
I didn't know that.
And so I skipped everything I was doing, and I stayed home to watch the TV special movie Saved by the Bell.
So how did you feel when they came back and it was Screech and Mr. Belvedere with the new class?
Mr. Belding?
Mr. Belding, yeah.
I didn't like it. I started it with the junior high years when it was just Zach, Lisa, and Screech. And then it was they went from there to high school, and then that's when they added
AC Slater and Jesse Spana.
Jesse and Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski.
And then they had a couple mix-ins here and there. But yeah, when they tried to do the remake with just Screech and Mr. Belding, it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell is nothing without Zach Morris.
Right.
Nothing.
I think you mean Franklin and Bash.
Nothing without Zach Morris. He actually just signed up. There's I want to say Fox or NBC is doing this new like vampire drama.
Yeah.
And he just signed on to be like one of the lead roles.
Wow.
Here's how
everyone
Morris
does
is a vampire.
drama.
So here's how you know if it's going to be good or bad. If Mark Paul Gosselaar has long hair in it, bad.
Yeah, probably so.
If he has short hair in it, good.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, but you just go back and look at everything he's in, and then look at the photos. If he has long hair, it's bad. If he has short hair, it's good.
So with
It's a
that,
good indicator.
Yeah.
with that, we'll let you guys think about Saved by the Bell and how great it was. And when we come back, we're going to get into the Nico DLG segment. You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio. # talking nerdy to you.